A packed MCG will roar when Bobby Hill runs out for his 100th game of AFL football. From a wide-eyed teenager drafted to the Giants, to a cancer survivor, to a trade debacle, to coming to the Pies, to winning a premiership and a Norm Smith medal, a mark of the year, and the world is absolutely his oyster at the moment. This is a story of a player that, despite all of his setbacks, refused to give up. His resilience, his strength, and his determination made him the player he is today. Here's to 100 games for Bobby Hill. The story begins in 2018. Bobby Hill, full name Ian Hill, but affectionately known as Bobby thanks to a childhood love of Bob the Builder, is an extremely talented footballer that hails from Western Australia with Wajak Baladong Noongar ancestry. In 2018, the Greater Western Sydney Giants saw something special in him and traded up from pick 27 to 24 to take Bobby in the 2018 AFL draft.
Hill is providing the inspiration. That's a brilliant goal.
Huge game. There's going to be a debutant for the club. Young Bobby Hill's going to
I'm playing this week. Yeah, no, I've been for real. Yeah, so I got told in front of all the boys and coaching staff and everything.
Bobby Hill debuted at the MCG in July 2019 against Richmond. The speedy forward kicked 3 goals in his very first game, flashing the prestigious talent that had the GWS fans excited. Over 4 seasons with the Giants, he became known as a live wire goal sneak, kicking 34 goals in 41 appearances. Off the field, life was changing too. Bobby and his partner Georgia welcomed their first child in late 2021, giving the young footballer a new perspective on life. He was thousands of kilometres away from his extended family, but in Western Sydney, he worked hard to balance footy with fatherhood. By 2021, Hill had proved himself a valuable contributor for GWS. Yet, with a baby on the way and family ties pulling at his heart, he yearned for a move closer to loved ones in Melbourne.
He does likewise, keeps Hill alive. He's got Hopper on the inside, doesn't need him. That is just beautiful, explosive, intelligent play.
Just as Hill's career was gathering pace, life delivered an unexpected and daunting challenge. In May 2022, in the midst of his 4th season, Bobby Hill was diagnosed with testicular cancer. The diagnosis shook Hill's world. His season was cut short after round 11, but even as he faced treatment, Bobby remained determined to return to the game he loved. The AFL community rallied around him. Hill received heartfelt messages from fellow players Sam Docherty and Ben Cunnington, stars who had overcome their own battles with cancer, offering guidance and hope. Remarkably, just a few months after surgery in June, Hill was medically cleared to resume training. By August, he was back on the field in a lower tier match, making an inspirational return before season's end. The fight with cancer had tested him like nothing before, but he emerged, in his own words, a stronger man, forged by the love of family and the perspective that only a life challenge can bring.
Hill wants to play for Essendon. Where's that deal at?
So Essendon is prepared to offer a couple of picks, potentially in the 50s, or maybe they feel like he's rated about a pick 35 to 40.
Even as he was recovering, Hill's heart was set on a new beginning. At the end of 2021, he had requested a trade to Essendon to be closer to family in Melbourne, but the Giants, reluctant to lose the young talent, held him to his contract and the move fell through. Now, a year later, in late 2022, with his health back on track, Bobby again sought a fresh start. This time, Collingwood answered the call. In October 2022, Hill was traded to the Magpies, fulfilling his wish to relocate. The deal cost Collingwood only a future second-round pick, plus a swap of later picks, a bargain for a player of Hill's potential. More importantly, it meant a chance for Bobby to reset. "I think I just needed a fresh start," he said on the move. His partner Georgia was eager too. "She's happier, and when your partner is happy, you're happy as well," Bobby noted with a smile. Moving to Melbourne also reunited him with his cousin Bradley Hill and other family, a support network that meant the world to the devoted young father.
Yeah, no, it feels amazing, obviously, to be on board and, just to play at a big club like Collingwood.
Hill arrived at Collingwood's AIA Centre training base that summer like a man on a mission. Despite the setbacks of the previous year, he impressed coaches and teammates from day one with his fitness and focus. He had spent the off-season training alongside cousin Brad, one of the AFL's elite runners, and even took up boxing sessions to improve his conditioning. By the time the 2023 season rolled around, Hill had gone from an outside chance to a lock in Collingwood's best 22. The Collingwood Army didn't have to wait long to see what Bobby Hill could do. In round 1, 2023, his very first game as a Magpie, Hill electrified the MCG with 3 goals, helping topple the reigning premiers in front of over 80,000 roaring fans. It was an emotion-charged night, and as Bobby's small family joined him on field post-game, they soaked in the joy of a fresh start after the most challenging year of his life.
Bobby, first game in the black and white. Can you describe the feeling right now?
No, I actually cannot describe. Like, it is an unbelievable feeling. To play in front of that many people. What a crowd that was, and to have my family here as well, and to have the win as well.
Hill kept that momentum all season, and Collingwood kept winning. Then came the pinnacle, the 2023 AFL Grand Final. Collingwood playing off against Brisbane. On the last Saturday in September, under the bright lights and the hot heat at the MCG and in front of 100,000 fans, Bobby Hill played the game of his life.
Danger! McCreary onto his left, now he's right to Hill!
Bobby Hill to make it 2 in a very short space of time for the Pies. Hill leads back on it. Collingwood's got bang in the first 3 minutes. Collingwood 2 straight. The Lions yet to score.
The 23-year-old was everywhere, leaping into the sky for a spectacular specky over Starcevic and snapping truly for his 3rd goal. He kicked a career-best 4 goals in all, each one vital in the Magpies' epic win over the Lions. As the final siren sounded, Collingwood were premiers, and Bobby Hill was a premiership hero. His stunning performance earned him the Norm Smith Medal as best on ground, an honour he won in a unanimous vote from the judges.
To everyone at the Collingwood Football Club, thank you for obviously making me and my family welcome here, and to the Collingwood faithful, love you guys, and up the Pies!
It was a fairy tale moment. Just 16 months earlier, Hill had been in a hospital bed fighting cancer, and now he stood on the victory dais, a premiership medal around his neck and Norm Smith medal in his hand. Hill had cemented himself in Collingwood folklore in only his first season at the club.
Good pressure from the All-Stars. They'll open up again. Bobby Hill with a snap for the first.
Fast forward to 2025, and Hill's impact extends to the broader community as well. In early 2025, Bobby was selected for the historic Indigenous All-Stars exhibition match against Fremantle, a showcase of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander talent from across the league. Under the lights of Perth's Optus Stadium and in front of nearly 38,000 fans, Hill stood at the front during a powerful pre-game war cry ceremony celebrating 65,000 years of culture. He then went on to start in the match itself, kicking the opening goal with a spectacular snap and celebrating with a traditional dance. By game's end, he had 4 majors to his name and polled among the best on ground, as the All-Stars ran out 43-point winners.
Hill's back in the square. Bobby Hill! Soaring! A marvellous creation from Bobby Hill!
Now, we're halfway through 2025, and Bobby Hill stands on the verge of a milestone that at times seemed impossible. The 25-year-old is set to play his 100th game in front of a packed MCG crowd, fittingly in Collingwood's iconic Kings birthday clash. It's a moment to reflect on how far he's come in an AFL career that has plenty twists and turns. The dazzling small forward has overcome every obstacle to reach this century mark. From a homesick teenager chasing a dream, to a cancer survivor with a premiership medal around his neck, to a community champion embracing his heritage, Bobby Hill's journey to 100 games has been nothing short of inspirational. And as the Collingwood faithful rise to their feet to applaud him, there's no doubt Bobby will flash that trademark smile. He knows in his heart that this is still just the beginning.